Hey guys, it's Nazir Marston. They call me Nas. Call me Nasty Nas in the handball scene. And today I'm just making a YouTube video about just like question and answers that I usually get, or questions that I usually get asked from a lot of the people in the handball community. And this is like basically like a handball journey, if you want to say that. I guess let's get started. So the first question that I usually get asked is, when did I start to take handball serious? I started to take handball serious when I was about 16. I used to just go to a park in Brooklyn called Wingate and just hit the ball around with my cousin, my little cousin, my older cousin, the people in the park, just getting on the court, hitting the ball. And then I just realized I actually like playing this. I was into football before, so I was playing football before handball. I played on 2 football teams, played 3 years of football. So before this handball, I was into football. But not only football, I used to play basketball, soccer, volleyball, baseball, but not on teams, just for the fun of it. So I started taking handball serious when I was about 16, and now I'm 20. The next question was, why did you take handball serious? I started to take it serious because it was just fun, just being able to not need a football or running on fields could cause injuries. You never know, anything could happen. Playing in the freezing cold in the winter on a football team, that's crazy. In football, I used to always even in practice, when we do tackles and stuff, when it's over, I used to catch a pain in my neck, and I'm like, I want to do that. So once I got into handball, it was just calling me. It's handball courts all over New York City. It's handball courts everywhere. You walk a couple blocks, there's another handball court, and it's just convenience, to be honest. And then handball, it takes your mind off of things. During that time, I was going through a lot of things. Well, yeah. So it just took my mind off of that. So it was always whenever I was done with school or after I leave my house, I was just always looking forward to playing handball, just to take your mind off of things. So that's the answer to that question. The next question was, who is your mentor and what did you learn from them? My mentor was Tywan. They call him Golden Child, #1 player in the world as of today. I learned a lot, from positioning to ball placement to using your smarts on the court, knowing when to do certain things, when to lob it, when to go in front of you, when to drive it, how to outsmart your players during the volleys, thinking of the next plays before it happened. If I send somebody to the right, okay, it's a good shot, but just the percentage of them getting it, if they do get it, where I should be on the court next, and what shot I should be trying to go for at that point. So I learned a lot of those things. Handball is also where to hit the ball, where to hit the ball on your hand. Everything is not always just the palm of your hand. Sometimes some shots onto the right, you might want to hit it more here. Underhand, you might want to hit it a little up here. Some shots you might want to cuff your hands and make it a better angle or a more positioned shot, if that makes sense. So yeah, those is some of the things that I've learned from him. My favorite shot to go for, when I'm on the left side of the court, they call it power sides. It's with my left hand, I go to the right corner. So it's like I turn my body, tighten your core, and you just turn and shoot the
One serve, guys. 4-1.
And you try to go as low as possible because the lower you are, the more bent your knees is, the more of an angle and the more accurate your shot is going to be. Even from in the air, you could do it as a spike. That's like certain people's game styles. That's my game style, so it's easier. Bring it down and up to that. Another shot that I really like to do is when we're in like an intense volley and I'm in the front of the player that's on my side, I like to always like take a lunge. So it's like this and this swing and then either go right in front of me or since I'm so low, I can easily swipe the left. And because I'm so low, it's just gonna stay at the level that my hand is at. So I'm just putting the ball straight. And of course, tightening your core so you can get more lower, more of a better shot, if that makes sense. A lot of the power you get from your swings is from your core, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are my two favorite shots I like to do. And they're both from, well, they're not both from the outside. I could do it from the weak side, both of those shots. So that's just my favorite shots in general.
Service 1676. One serve.
So the next question is your up and coming partners. So I will tell y'all this, before well obviously I'm recording this today. It's clearly, I got a haircut or whatever. But I wrote these months ago, like 3 months ago. So between then and now, like a lot has changed with partners and stuff. At the time that I wrote this, my opens partners, I was picking between Tywan, Los, and Ariel. I played with all three of them in the opens. But at the time, I was Los's partner, and we were supposed to play in the Buddha, but things didn't go as planned, so I ended up playing with Tywan. And the opens the week before the Buddha, and then in the Buddha. So obviously my opens partner is Tywan now. For ABs, I'm not really sure. Today is actually an open AB in Zariga, so I'm gonna play with Gerardo. I like playing with Stephan. I've wanted to play with Josh, Colleen's son, and Kyle. So yeah, those is the ABs. The open mix, I play with Sandy, he plays Sandy, and that's about it. Oh, single, well. Bruh. That's obviously me. But yeah, that's it, guys. The next question is, your biggest accomplishments. Like I said before, I made this like 3 months ago, so my biggest accomplishments was when I was at the end of my B year, so last year. I still didn't have a B singles and I didn't have a mixed. So I ended up having to make a decision. It was a Philly B singles, first place $1,200, $1,200, or a B mix at St. John's, and I was playing with Lefty Des. So I had to make the decision on which one to go to. So I ended up going to the Philly singles, and I ended up winning. So I ended up getting my B singles title and the 6-foot trophy. That was a bird. The 6-foot trophy. Then I ended up getting my B mix with Lefty Desi in Zurika. And then I got another mix with Sandy, the A. We won 2 times in one day. And your most memorable accomplishments was winning a B doubles with Ariel. In the finals, we had to play Gary Luck and Ray Lou. And the score, we won 21-20, but we had them 20 to like 15 or 14 or something. They ended up getting up, making a big run to 20 up, and they got down, we got up, we got down, we got up, we got down, we got up, we got down, and then got up and won. But each team got up about 5 to 6 times, and nobody could score a point. So in that moment, like, all I kept telling myself is, when we was in the back, I'm not giving up this last point. So they gonna have to roll it in my face, hit it to Ari, I don't know, but I'm not giving up this point. That's all I kept saying. So that's what kept me like drive to win that tournament. But that was a really good win because like it was just so intense. And I can put a clip up just to show y'all like the crowd. Everybody was just going crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, that was the answer to that question.
20 serving 20. One long.
The next question is, what is your favorite side to play? So I would say, depending on the game, is depending on the side that I want to be on that game. But I do love playing the right side of the court. They call it the weak side. I like playing that side because I'm a really good support player. Like, I can go a whole game without shooting, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm still playing good because I'm giving my partner the setups he needs to execute through the volleys and get us the points so we can get to 21 first. Yeah, I like doing a lot of smart plays when I'm on the support side, like throwing lobs up to get the strong side player, my teammate, in the front so he can just keep shooting as much as he wants. Even when I play with a girl, I can go on the weak side, but that would be a little different because I would take a lot more with my left. It's just so the female wouldn't have to move as much, and we could easily get those points like that. Also, yeah, on the support side, I like to use my body a lot because I feel like if you switch it up, hitting it to your right side, hitting it to your left side, hitting it through your legs, next to your body so close, that's playing it close. If you hit it next to your body, you feel like it's not close enough to your body that you don't have to move, but it's going past you like this, then those are like hot percentage shots also, even though it's not a killer or getting you a point, like as quick as killing the ball, it still helps you get your opponent to step back, because in certain tournaments nowadays, if you make a bad call, you get a down or you get a point. So if I hit the ball here and the player behind me is close to me, they can't see it, now they gotta back up. And if it's going low, then they'd be like, oh, and give us a setup, if that makes sense. Yeah, but I like to do that to push the players back, make them guessing which side to look at, which side the ball coming to, where do you hit it, and just get us more on offense and give us like offensive setups that we can use to tee off and get the points. But yeah, the support side is where I like to play, the right side of the court. So on the court, I like to have fun. I feel like that's mainly the times that I win my games, when I'm having fun, when there's no arguing, we're just all shooting our shot, trying to win the game. I feel like once all the animosity comes up, that's when the game gets annoying, irritating, and like you just want to, well, not everybody, but for me, when it starts all the arguing, all of this extra yelling for no reason, you arguing after every play, every volley, I want to get off the court. I don't even care to win this game. I want to get off the court. That's why, like in tournaments, you can't really argue. You gotta go with the ref's calls. If you don't agree, use your appeals. If you still lose it, the most I do is ask the ref, like, why do you feel like that went that way, or like, what made you make that decision? Like, he explains it, she explains it, whatever, we move on. Next volley. That's me on the court. Or the arguing, no, I'm not doing that. I also do feel like if somebody's cheating me, that's when I do speak up, because I feel like a lot of the people do it to get in your head and like messes with your performance on the court. So I do like to speak up for myself when I do feel like I'm getting cheated purposely. Yeah, other than that, I literally just get on the court, laugh, joke, have fun. I don't really smack talk like that unless it's like somebody that I usually do it to on the court. But yeah, I believe that's it. That should be it. The next question is, in intense games, how do you deal with your nerves? So in intense games, like 17 up, 18 up, like I said, it was a 20-20 game. I just always try to hype myself up. If I need a wipe, I go take a wipe, come back like ready. Like hit it to me, I'm going crazy. That's how I feel. I always feel like when the games get close, you should always shoot your shot. Because the same way you got to that point in the game, you should still be doing that. There shouldn't be no change in the game. At that point in the game, that's when my communication is really good. I like to communicate a lot with my partner, like telling them, like, this is not working. So the objective, if you're on support side, is to stay in the front so your partner can use you, like use your positioning on the court, shoot around you, whatever. I like to tell my partner, I want to get in the front, but the things that you're doing, it's not helping me. I don't want to give up 3 points at this point of the game. If they slicing it and I'm like still close to the wall, whoever's on the other team on the strong side is gonna just keep pounding the ball at me. And I'm gonna keep my hands up, but you never know what can happen. The ball can hit you wrong, fly out. Like, if it's 2020, you do that, the game is over. So I like to talk to my partners at that point in the game, telling them what I'm gonna do or what I need from them for me to be able to do this, or which shots I realize is helping them. Because you can also see the game, all 4 of y'all in the game, but you can see, if you're on this side, you can see like how your partner's playing, what he's doing, what he was doing in the beginning, the middle, that could help us now at this point to get these last 2 or 3 points. So that's how I deal with my nerves. I usually don't like to get nervous because I feel like that's when I play like horrible. So I just keep myself focused. I just talk to myself, even if y'all don't see it, like from the outside, even in my brain, I'm like, all right, let's go, come on, do this. And then I get the setup, I'll be like, in my head, I'll be like, oh, he out of here, boom, good night. Now let's end the game. That's how I just talk to myself, try to boost myself up and try to get out the game with the W. The next question is, like, how do you feel after you win a tournament? When I win a tournament, I'm mainly proud of myself because it was like a lot of growth between these like 5 years. Just from starting the C's for like a couple months to going straight to the B's, to becoming a top B, to becoming an A. Some people call me a top A, some people call me a low A, somebody call me regular A. But I never let it get to me, I don't really care. But after I win tournaments, I'm usually just humble. I don't really talk about it. On the drive home, like if I'm driving with anybody, if I'm driving somebody, I'll be like, yo, I went off today. Like I slammed. And then it's either they agree or they don't agree. If I played horrible and I still won, I just say, damn, I don't know how I won this thing today. I know how I won. And then whoever I'm playing with, I'd be like, they went crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Or if I play good, I'm crazy. But that's usually how I just take the win, to be honest. It's never nothing cocky. I don't really post, like, I beat the hell out of everybody today. Like, well, I don't do that. I might post a picture, first place or whatever. Post a song with the picture on my story. That's about it. Yeah, because you win some, you lose some, but you always got to stay humble, stay true to yourself, don't get crazy. Only time I ever do bring up my wins is if somebody talking crazy to me, I'll be like, I just beat you in the last tournament, why are you still talking crazy for? I would do that, but that's it. That's how I handle my dubs. The next question is like, who's somebody that you've always wanted to play with, like in these divisions? In the mix, I'm playing with Sandy, but I've always wanted to play with Mel. For opens, I'm playing with Tywan, but I've always wanted to play with Jomar in the opens, or let me think. Yeah, I've always wanted to play with Jomar in the opens. And then another player like Jomar that reminds me of Jomar is Iron Man James. I wanted to play with him in the opens before because they're both like really strong players, great shots. And ABs, I've always wanted to play with Josh, Conley's son, and I wanted to play with Gary Luck in AB. I played with him in the B doubles, but I wanted to play with him in the AB. So I think that's 3. Yeah, that's the 3 divisions. So yeah. Do you have any goals for handball? Like I'm gonna say again, I've made this video like 3 months ago. Well, I made this list like 3 months ago. So the goals I had then was to slam in the king of the court, slam in the Buddha, and yeah, those was literally my two goals. And now, 3 months later, I've came in second place in the king of the court, and I came in second place in the Buddha. So I didn't win, but I slammed, and that was my goal. I just played my game, played my heart out, always fought to the end, and I never gave up in singles, I never gave up on myself. In doubles, I never gave up on my partner. So that was how I made it through every game that we played, and ended up taking second, runner-ups, both of those tournaments. My goals now, 3 months later, is to possibly get sponsored by somebody for handball and move on from there. We'll see. 3 months after this, let's see what happens. Next question is like, what things did you get out of handball? Some things that I got out of handball was I've gotten better than before, like my attitude wise. Like I can control myself better, cause it's a lot of hotheads in the handball community that likes to argue, likes to try to bully people. Yeah, and I've dealt with that. Just like not really going back and forth with them, like paying them any mind, not paying them any mind. Like it's pointless. You argue with me for a game that I can care less about. I can get off the court, bitch. I'm not arguing with you. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, I definitely got better, attitude-wise. Another thing I got out of handball was video shoots, photo shoots, or whatever. I've did a photo shoot with Adidas, and I've did a photo shoot with another clothing company called Stance. And with Adidas, I was on the billboard in Times Square for a little minute. Yeah. Yeah. I did a photo shoot with them, and then probably like a couple weeks, maybe a month later, I was on the billboard for a little minute. And then with the Stance, I got paid really good money, and yeah, that's what I got out of handball.
Contigo perreando con Mi mujer me estaba llamando, pero yo no contesté.
Another question was, who were the challenging players that you played against when you was coming up in the handball scene? When I first started, players that was hard to play against would be like Timothy Torres. His game was really hard for me to adjust to because I didn't really shoot as much before. So it was like I would put the ball low, but it would never kill, and it would never be a deep angle. So he could easily get it and then use my shots against me and kill it. It's like redirecting my shot. Yeah, it was hard to play with him. He was very athletic, like movement wise before. Another player would be like Ariel. Yeah, so I got that.
For a couple of hours, and
So the second player that I was talking about was Ariel. Whew, he was a hard player to play against because of like his whips and his cuts. A lot of his freaking cuts cut like 2 different ways. I'll be like, what the hell is this? That's what I'll be thinking on the court, like, what? Let me think. I used to play against. I think I'm gonna just say them two. I don't really know who else. Cause yeah, just them two, I guess. So the next question is, who was your top players coming up, like and then and now? So I'ma say Tywan was. The fuck? So yeah, I'm gonna say Tywan was one. I like Sam Clutch's game. I like Pork Chop, Josh, what is that, Million? I liked, what did I like? I think Kadeem coming up. And when I started, I think it was Jomar and Iron Man James. So that's like 6. Now my favorite A's would be Tywan. Oh, and before David Velez too. Now it would be Tywan, Los. Tywan, Los. Who else do I like in Handball? Watching them play. I still like watching James play. Iron Man James. I don't know. I really don't know. That's 3, right? I can't come to my mind right now. I'm not even sure. Until I remember, I'm gonna go to the females. When I first started, my favorite players was Crystal, Melanie, I like Ephia's game. Yep. Ruby's game. Yeah, I'm gonna just say them 4. Now for the females, my favorite players is Mel, Sandy, I like Jessenia, that's 3. I like Elaine's game. I love Elaine's game. It's different. Jenny Q, then and now. Yes, Jenny Q. I like Lefty Danielle's game. Hell yeah. And I think that's all I'm gonna say. Lefty Danielle's the last name I'm saying. For the guys, damn, this is crazy. I really don't know. Oh, Miggs. Yes, Miggs. David Velez now. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the answers for the favorite players. The next question is, did any injuries affect your handball game? Yes. About a year ago, was it a year ago or 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. I had I had to get my knee drained because it was pus inside. From then, that was like September, the beginning of September. I was out for a whole month, but I had to go to Vegas in October. I was out for like a month and some change, I believe. Yeah. Coming back from that injury, my first tournament playing was with Ruby in a mixed, and we lost to Stephan and Crystal. It was the B player could play with an A player female. I was the B guy, Ruby was the A female, Stephan was the B guy, Crystal was the A female. They had beat us. That tournament was like really hard for me because it's like your focus is still on your injury. So for me, my game is a lot of low, like a lot of things low. So all my shots, the lunges, the side to side, quick movements, and it's a mix. You gotta move more, so back, forth, turning, all of that. So it was like really hard for me to focus on the game without focusing on my knee. So that tournament was really hard for me. Whew. Hey everybody, it's Naz again. The video had stopped. I guess 256 gigabytes just ain't it. I recorded, this is Monday now. I recorded the whole video on Saturday. So I just had to record the outro. So that's what I'm doing now. I wanted to thank 10's Finest for letting me use those clips and recording on my games so that I can watch them over and see what I did wrong, you know, little things. The little things matter. I want to thank everybody for the support. All the haters just motivate me to keep slamming. Yeah, but yeah, this was a little Q&A. It's mainly a lot of the questions that people usually ask me, and I give them answers, but instead of everybody just asking me, I just put in a video so you can just see the questions. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's really it. Okay, but also if you have any more questions so I can make more videos, you could inbox me on Messenger, you could inbox me if you have my phone number, if you have my Insta. I'm gonna put all of those up here. Give you time to look at it. Yeah, any questions, just let me know. But yeah, until next time, it's Nas. Deuces.